What's up YouTube, and welcome to my channel E Smells Good. In today's video I want to share with you just a few fragrances that I've recently picked up from my local rack stores from the brand of Alt. Now Alt is a fragrance brand that I've been really curious about, mainly because I've seen a ton of marketing on social media, but I haven't seen a lot of reviews from the content creators that I personally watch, so I was always a little weary about deciding to purchase from the brand or not. But recently I went to TJ Maxx and I found a ton of them for below $20 a piece. I even saw some as low as $12. Over the past month, I've been wearing these three fragrances pretty heavily to test them out, as well as just enjoying them. And I thought it'd be pretty cool to share them with you guys. So for the first one, I have Stallion, and this is gonna be their inspiration of Leighton by Parfums Marley. And they do list the notes right there on the back of the fragrance, and I think that's pretty cool. In the top, we have mandarin orange, lavender, and apple. In the middle, there's jasmine, geranium, and violet. And in the base, there's vanilla, sandalwood, pepper, patchouli, and cardamom. So how does all that come together? Well, you get that punch of the crisp apple in the very beginning, and that's supported by a lot of fresh spicy notes. And in the base, you get a kind of creamy, woody vanilla scent. And it ends up smelling very, very good. And it's extremely close to Leighton by Parfums Marley, which I have not done a side-by-side comparison of the two, but just going off of scent memory and my experiences with Leighton, I can say that this one triggers the same scent memories that Leighton does. Now, in terms of seasons and occasions, I feel like you could wear this for the exact same scenarios you would wear Leighton. I think this is going to be perfect for transitional seasons, so spring and fall time, but you really could wear this one year round. I would just tone down the sprays for the high heat of summer. And when it comes to longevity, I'm getting a lot of longevity out of these. All of these are going to be extrait de parfum, so the oil concentration is pretty high in these things. And I'm averaging about anywhere from the 8 to 10 hour mark with Stallion, with the first 6 hours being pretty strong projection, and then the remaining 2 to 4 hours after that, it being a more close skin scent. But even when it begins to hover a little closer to the skin, I really enjoy the woody vanilla scent bubble that it creates around me. This is one that has been pretty highly complimented for me so far over the month that I've been wearing it. I've worn it to work quite a few times, and I've even worn it to the gym a couple times, and it has garnered a few compliments. Overall, I think that it's a really good inspiration of Leighton. I do think it comes across a little more crisp and not as woody and vanillic as the original Leighton comes across on my skin, but I kind of enjoy the fact that I have a slight variance in the two, so it doesn't feel as redundant, and I feel like there's certain situations where I might want this one over Leighton and vice versa. Now the second one that I have here is called Bohemian Water, and this is going to be their inspiration of Gypsy Water from Byredo. The notes on this one are bergamot, lemon, juniper, pine needles, incense, orris root, amber, sandalwood, and vanilla. Now how does that all come together? You're going to get a very, very strong dose of florals in the opening, but they're not your bouquet of flower florals. These come across a lot more like a soapy floral, a very clean floral. And then right after that, I mean immediately after that, you get a very, very hard punch of the pine needles. Now me personally, I'm not a huge fan of the pine needle note that you get out of this one, but thankfully it does not last long. I mean, maybe a minute, 2 minutes tops, and that pine needle note really begins to sit back behind the florals. And then after that, you start to get some woods and that vanilla, and it ends up smelling like a very clean, soapy fragrance that sits on a bed of woods and sweet vanilla. And it ends up smelling very, very good. It's very unisex and extremely versatile. A very inoffensive scent, so you could wear this one to the office, you could wear this one to the gym, you could essentially wear this one in any scenario and it would fit your outfit, it would fit your wardrobe, it would fit whatever it is that you have going on for that day seamlessly. In terms of longevity, once again, this is an extrait de parfum, and I'm getting really good longevity out of it. I was not expecting this one to last as long as it has, with it being such a floral dominant scent, but I am getting around 8 to 10 hours again with this one. which just is not common for these clean, inoffensive scents. Usually those I only get around that 6-hour mark, but this one's pushing well into that 8 to 10 hour. It's also a very unisex scent, so I think a man or a woman could easily pull this one off. I had my girlfriend try it, and like me, she was a little bit thrown off by that pine needle note, but once that went away, she really enjoyed this one as well. So I think this is one that really anybody will be able to get a lot of good use out of. Now, I have not smelled the original Gypsy Water, so I cannot make a comparison on how close it is to its inspiration. But what I can say is I'm really enjoying the scent DNA of this. Once again, this one is Bohemian Water, their inspiration of Gypsy Water. And last but not least is going to be Fireside Marshmallow, and it's going to be their inspiration of By the Fireplace by Mason Margiela's replica line. So the notes on this one, in the top we have orange blossom, cloves. In the middle we have chestnut, juniper, gaiac woods. And in the base we have vanilla, Peru balsam, and cashmere. Now this one comes across very, very similar to By the Fireplace in the initial opening. You get the cloves, you get that orange blossom, and then you get that kind of smoky woods nature in the background. However, this one takes a little bit of a turn and it begins to take a bit of a Vicks Vapor Rub, mentholic type of a note. But thankfully that, kind of similar to the pine needle in Bohemian Water, it doesn't last long. I only notice it for a couple minutes, and that's with me really digging my nose into the fragrance, smelling it very close to my skin. I don't really get it when the fragrance is wafting around in the air. So once that slightly mentholic note is gone, you're left with a very warm, sweet, woody fragrance that ends up smelling very, very similar to By the Fireplace, especially in the air. You can discern a few differences between the two fragrances, and I have done a side-by-side comparison, but that's really only when I'm digging my nose into the fragrances and really trying to pick out the differences in the notes. In the air, it definitely smells like By the Fireplace. The longevity on this one is outstanding. I've gotten well over 10 to 12 hours with this. In fact, it did not wear off until I ended up taking a shower and washed it off. This evening, I went to the gym and I kept smelling this aroma that reminded me of By the Fireplace. And I was thinking to myself, who would wear By the Fireplace to the gym? And then it dawned on me. I had put 2 sprays of this on my hand this morning to test it out around 9:30 in the morning. And it was still wafting around me at the gym tonight. In fact, it did not go away until I eventually took a shower. So I ended up getting well over 12 hours with this one today. With that being said, this is one that I have not gotten a chance to really wear out and about and around people a lot. I've mainly been wearing this one just as a chilling at the house, kicking it, laid back type of scent. In fact, the first time that I really wore it out was today, accidentally wearing it to the gym. So I can't really talk much about the compliment factor with this one. However, what it is inspired by the Fireplace, I have had very positive reactions from, and this one smells very, very close to it. Once again, this one is Fireside Marshmallow, their inspiration of replicas by the Fireplace. I was really skeptical about these fragrances. I wasn't sure what the longevity was going to be like. I was not sure what the quality was going to be like. But for me to find them for below $20, I got these 2 for $19.99, and the Fireside Marshmallow, I actually found this one for $16. And they retail for around $49, $50 for these 2-ounce presentations. And so far, I'm really happy that I did make the purchase. I've been getting a lot of wear out of them. The quality is much, much higher than I expected. And the longevity on all 3 of them is out of this world. With that being said, I'm not going to take any more of your time. I just wanted to share with you my experience that I've had with the brand of Alt and kind of give you an unbiased and honest opinion on the brand. So far, my experience has been nothing but positive. I definitely think if you're like me and you were a bit skeptical and you're curious about it, if you can find it at TJ Maxx or Marshalls like I did for that $15 to $20 price tag, I highly recommend that you go ahead and give them a try. I don't think you'll regret it. I think the least you could do is check it out at one of these stores, spray it on your hand, walk around the store, do your shopping. And then if you really find that you are enjoying the way that it develops, then you can make your decision on whether or not to purchase. But so far, I've really enjoyed my decision to go ahead and pull the trigger on these 3. Drop a comment down below and let me know what your experience has been with this brand. I'm really curious if you've had a positive or a negative experience. Are you getting crazy longevity like I am, or are they lasting just an hour or 2 and they're gone on your skin? I really want to get that conversation rolling in the comments and see what everyone else's experience has been like. But with that being said, I'm going to get out of here. I really thank you for tuning into this video, and until next time, peace.